What is the Illuminati? Chances are, if you have a friend who takes mushrooms, then you've probably heard about them. My personal definition of the Illuminati is a secretive group of people who influence the media and maybe even politics. The original Illuminati started in 1776 by a bunch of German weirdos. They were against religion, against the idea of kings, and supported individualism, being able to control your own mind and creating a new world order. The symbol they used was an owl and also an eye. The initiation to get into the Illuminati was you had to be under the age of 30, that's pretty sus, and you had to kill an animal and let it bleed on you. These guys honestly weren't really that interesting. On to today's Illuminati. There are multiple groups with important people who have strange beliefs and traditions. The first one is the Bohemian Club. Founded in the 1800s by journalists, artists, and musicians, it eventually got taken over by rich people. Members of this group include and have included Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, the Bush family, Herbert Hoover, pretty much every other president, William Randolph Hearst, and if you don't know who he is, he was influential in making marijuana illegal during the 20s because hemp was lowering the value of his paper mills. So William Randolph Hearst used his media empire to turn the public against it. This club is full of billionaires and politicians, and every year they meet up in the woods of Northern California in the Bohemian Grove, where they have a ceremony involving men wearing robes carrying a coffin with a skeleton inside.
Great owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy
and they light off fireworks in front of a giant owl. Remember, the owl was the symbol of the original Illuminati. Many people believe that Bohemian members get together and talk about world domination. Spectators say that they get really drunk and sometimes have gay sex with each other. And that's not a joke. Former President Richard Nixon used the F.A. word to describe what goes on at the Bohemian Grove.
Now, but the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend, on time to time, the Easterners and the others that come there, but it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine. The San Francisco crowd that goes in. It's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco. Really? Well, it's a different set of values.
Bill Clinton also said something similar.
The Bohemian Club, as you say, the Bohemian Club? That's where all those rich Republicans go up and stand naked against redwood trees, right? I've never been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
It's interesting to point out that there is no girls allowed, so nobody tell VM about the bi-curious billionaire forest party. He might try to sneak in. I don't get why you need to travel this far to bang dudes when you could just go to prison. Come to think of it, this club might be the inspiration for Brokeback Mountain. Despite all this, people who work there have described it as a mixture of a country club and a 1950s frat party. The worst thing that they've been accused of is not hiring women because it's men only and paying their workers less than $15 an hour. You can see these jits protesting. The next secret society, it's kind of crazy because Aaron Carter and Green Hat were talking about this, is the Church of Scientology.
Ultra Illuminati type shit, you know what I mean? When it really doesn't exist, but actually there are a conglomerate of people out here who are sick and twisted and fucked in their head, and they're fucking Scientologists.
The church has about 50 to 100,000 members, and among these people are Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Greta Van Susteren, Elizabeth Moss, Isaac Hayes, and people who used to be members include Skrillex, Beck, Charles Manson, Jason Lee, H.U., and the ShamWow guy.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn.
You might be wondering, what does this fringe religion believe in, and why do so many famous people follow it? Well, there's a lot to it. The founder of Scientology believed that celebrities were special people and actively encouraged recruiting them. Much like the original Illuminati, it celebrates individual identity, claiming to give you power over your mind, self, and destiny. Hugh B. Urban believes that these celebrities need some sort of spiritual validation for their wealth and lifestyle. So Scientology is expensive, they tell you you're special, and they discourage higher education. So it's a lot of rich narcissists that didn't finish high school, and you're encouraged to become a celebrity, making it perfect for celebrities. Not only that, but if you are a celebrity, they protect you. Danny Masterson had some allegations, and the Scientology mafia made sure that the media didn't report on it, and they also stalked and harassed the accusers. The harassment included killing a dog, photographing people at work, and of course, breaking and entering. Scientologists believe in something called fair game, which means you can kill someone if they're an enemy of the church, and they've definitely enslaved and killed people before. Like I said, you have to pay to be a part of the religion, and the more you pay, the more they tell you. And once you pay them about $200,000, they tell you about Xenu. Scientologists believe that 75 million years ago, an alien named Xenu was the dictator of the Galactic Confederacy. Xenu brought billions of aliens to Earth using DC-8s, and he dropped the aliens into volcanoes. The souls of these aliens still roam the Earth and are the cause of all our negative feelings. The creator of Scientology was a science fiction writer who was quoted saying, "Religion is the best way to make money." His own family members, including his son, have called him out for being a liar. Despite this, there are still tens of thousands of Scientologists. Many of them are willing to do violent things, and many of them very influential people. Another cult with similar beliefs to the original Illuminati and Scientology is the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam is not the same as Islam or just being a Muslim. They believe in some ridiculous things, and one thing is Dianetics, which is the introduction to Scientology. The Nation of Islam doesn't believe dinosaurs actually existed and that they are a hoax created by white people to hide the truth. And the truth is that 6,000 years ago, a scientist named Yaqub created the white race and presented them as being degenerate and subhuman. The Nation of Islam teaches that white people are prone to lying, violence, and brutality. Yaqub exiled the white race to live in the caves of Europe, where they engaged in bestiality, which created monkeys. Also, that white people created AIDS to destroy black communities. This religion sounds completely insane and prejudiced, but there are over 50,000 members. The leader, who is named Louis Farrakhan, is seen as a prophet, and some people believe he was responsible for the death of Malcolm X. Rappers like Public Enemy, Jay Electronica, Busta Rhymes, Royce da 5'9", Nick Cannon, and Lord Jamar have positive things to say about Louis Farrakhan and are members of the Nation of Islam. Snoop Dogg has never officially said he is a member, but he has spoken at their events and has been pictured with Farrakhan. Nick Cannon got in trouble for talking about these ideas on a podcast. Since then, they've been hiding the more popular members from the public. It's rumored that Jay-Z and Carmelo Anthony are members because they've been seen wearing 5% chains. Despite hating white people, Louis Farrakhan has shown admiration for Adolf Hitler, saying he is a great man who brought Germany up from nothing, which has led a lot of people to accuse the Nation of Islam of being an anti-Semitic hate group. When Vlad TV spoke against Louis Farrakhan, Lord Jamar, Godfrey, and Royce da 5'9" stopped appearing on his program. This leads people to believe that they are a cult with influence over the media. And as far as politics go, Farrakhan had attempted to get a seat in the DNC, but it was protested because of his blatant anti-Semitism. Now, I was going to talk about the headquarters for the Illuminati. Conspiracy theorists believe that there is an extremely powerful Illuminati that nobody has identified yet, and some speculate that it is located near the Denver International Airport. and I just want to say that it is ridiculous. Holding meetings there would be way too loud. Conspiracy theorists believe this is the headquarters because of a plaque that says New World Airport, similar to New World Order, and because the runways are coincidentally shaped like a swastika. There is also a lot of unique artwork at the airport, including a large blue horse with red eyes. This horse actually killed the guy who made it. Yes, it fell on top of him. I've been to DIA dozens of times, and I can confirm that everything is overpriced, and they will yell at you if your mask isn't completely over your nose. They're also aware of this conspiracy, and they have posters like this as a joke. Another location conspiracy theorists like to point out is the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid in Memphis. I'd like to go more in depth about it, but they'll probably kill me for bringing it up. So let me know which one of these cults you think is the scariest. There's one I left out called the Freemasons. They're pretty boring, but let me know if you want to hear about that. But for now, I'm out.